go. Boxes are yours. This is going on your...
I thought we were going to put it on yours. I thought you were going to be in charge of the talking.
Well, all right, we can do that. You going to put it on my...
introduce my blend tonight.
What blend?
This.
What blend is it?
Ain't So Terrible Piss Ants.
Oh, you want to do that?
I will mention it anyway.
All right.
And when we do the housekeeping,
All right.
you lead off with the housekeeping.
Now I need to load up with something I can smoke.
Yeah, that can be going in reverse as far as I'm concerned.
It is going in reverse.
Oh, cool.
But I need to load up with something I can smoke.
Hey, pull that stool up.
Have
you got enough room? Have you got enough leg room right there?
Yeah.
Pull that stool up right after you and sit it right here.
Where?
Right in front of my feet.
Move, Hag.
There we go.
Yeah, there's room for us both.
Yeah. Is it rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's how you catch your bloopers.
What, just rolling it?
Yeah, just roll it. Number one blooper tip. Just roll it.
Got any more blooper tips for me?
Well, they involve pastry toppings and hardware.
I thought you were going to say they involved breast implants.
No. What you got there?
Black Kathy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Black Kathy.
Sutliff Black Cavendish.
Well, we would... we could use this to open the box, but since the post office has already seen fit to open it for us.
Well, no, you can't blame that on the post office. These came UPS.
Oh. Well, then let's blame them.
Let's do that. Because...
you recognize that knife?
something about it looks familiar.
Do you remember when you face
Winchester?
painted at that fair where they had some outdoor
Yeah.
wrestling?
Yeah.
I bought that knife there.
Yeah.
I've had that knife ever since. It's a real good knife. I got it for $10.
Little or nothing, huh?
And it's really pretty. I don't know if people can. And that's from there to there. Inside joke. So we don't need that since it's already open. So this is called, in YouTube world, a YABO.
By the way,
Yeah.
there's old Pops here, along with Dana Claus,
He's getting cold.
the Briardude. We thought we'd come at you and share a couple of YABOs with you. Generally, I have a habit of not doing YABOs, but Dan has ordered a bunch of stuff online, and since he works all day long and is not home during the day, he always has his stuff sent to my house. And I'm home during the day, and I take delivery of his stuff, and he gets off at night, and he comes over here, and we're going to open these boxes.
See how much of it's pilfered.
Yeah, see how much the post office or the UPS is pilfered. Yeah, he thinks I've been into it.
Nah.
Maybe I have.
He's getting a good bulk of it anyway.
Anyway, housekeeping. I'm smoking the old Pops pipe. Y'all have seen it before. I'm a little bit too far away to show it to you, but you've seen it before, and I'm Smoking a little bit of Black Kathy by Sutliff. And I'm drinking a little bit of Wild Cock 103.
And I'm smoking out of a little nose warmer that I typically make. I've made several of them. I like them quite a bit. Supposed to put your hand behind it or something. And it's loaded up with an unspecified percentage of Sutliff Crumble Cake Red Virginia, and an unspecified percentage of Quiet Nights, and an unspecified percentage of Star of the East Flake. And I call it Ain't So Terrible Piss Ants. Closest we're ever going to get to it.
I reckon so.
Alrighty.
And Hagen's over here with me. He said tell you he was here too.
Alright, so he's a vanilla hound, and I gotta confess that I like them too. So I got quite a few of them in here we hadn't tried, and some that I think we're just stocking up on. We got Sutliff Black Vanilla. That's undoubtedly in a Cavendish. Oh yeah, I heard you said you were wanting to try a maple. This is Sutliff Maple Cavendish.
Yeah.
So, Sutliff, we like Sutliff stuff quite a bit. It's they bag this stuff in the rain. It's pretty wet.
Is that why it comes moldy?
Huh?
Is that why it comes moldy?
I never caught it moldy.
No, I hadn't either, but I just.
But it is awful wet.
Yeah.
But I guess a certain amount of that's got to happen if you're wanting a real strong casing on an aromatic. I guess you got to live with a little bit of that. This is Lane Hazelnut. I was really excited to see that one.
Wonder how that'll compare to C&D's Nutty.
To what?
C&D's Nutty Irishman.
Well, some people say that it smells better than it tastes. The taste dissipates or cooks off.
Well, that Nutty Irishman.
So I guess we'll find out. Lane's another group that I really like. I like a lot of their stuff. Velvet, he's been jonesing for that.
He has.
I'm not a big burly guy, so in more than one way. But he likes them.
Well, Artie, you told me to let you know when I tried it. Here she comes.
And next we got Sutliff 1M Vanilla. That's, I think, isn't that their main vanilla? The number one main thing they do, it's vanilla.
Not since 1Q. Not since BCA.
And Lane Dark Red.
That's got to be in Virginia.
I like Cult Blood Red Moon. I like how it's just nice and subtle on that casing. So
is it a cherry?
Yeah. This right here. I hear this is a little bit more pronounced. The casing on it's a little more pronounced, but that's okay. Can't be as stout as Paladin.
I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try.
Mm-hmm. Oh, incidentally, all
Can't
this came from Pipes and Cigars.
Can't be no worse than slapping a hornet's nest with a short stick, can it?
Nope, I would not try that. Sutliff Black Raspberry.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's tastes good already. And now.
Now.
The tins. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more bulk. Lane black raspberry. Did I just say
It's
that?
Lane black raspberry.
Oh, that's Sutliff black raspberry and Lane black raspberry. So we're going to be fixed with black raspberry.
How about that?
So there you go. All right, now the 10. Appalachian Harvest. What do you think of that?
I'll let you know.
Got Burley, Virginia, and Black Cavendish.
Yes, it does.
They say it's similar to, help me out here, Appalachian Berry. I love Appalachian Berry. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Colt Anonymous.
I ain't never heard of that one. Well, I mean, I've heard of it, but I hadn't tried that one.
Mm-hmm. Colt Bootlegged.
Now, that's the one I wanted to
Yeah,
try right
well,
there.
Well, there's two. There's a bootlegged and there's a bootlegger.
Well, now, which one is it that's the maple?
One of them we're going to have to try and see because one source wasn't too clear on the difference of them. I hadn't been able to get to the bottom of it. But
This one's got some lemon Virginia in it. That sounds real good.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of it when we stuff it in our
Bring
pipes.
in some lemon Virginia.
Lane Wild Hair. He turned me on to this and I loved it. Lane Wild Hair.
There you go, Bull. Some of that wild hair I was telling you about.
More Lane Wild Hair. Colt Abacus. He turned me on to this. This was awful good. I love it. It's not quite as good as Blood Red Moon, but I think that was their hit.
I mean, I
And,
agree.
you know,
I agree with.
but I like it.
I agree with Jim. He said that I heard Corvette Jim say that that Blood Red Moon was pipe crack.
Well, it's turning into it.
Have you heard it put better?
Boy, I tell you what, when I latched onto it, I bought a 10 of that stuff, and then I smoked I think 2 bowls, and I went and I ordered 5 more 10s within an hour. And when I got those in, I smoked that stuff for like 2.5 weeks straight. I didn't smoke anything but that. And yeah, it was. I don't think I completely got it out of my system, but yeah, it's awful good. That might be why I can't keep lit.
Why is that?
Damn. So we got more 10s here.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Holding up our own B&M. Colt Anonymous, more Colt Anonymous, Appalachian Harvest. We'll never run out of that, will we?
Mm-mm.
Colt Profile. Now, I'm going to confess to something, and other people can confess or not confess. But I bought this for the 10 art. But I got to tell you, I did read what was in it and what it was like, and I thought, yeah, I'll probably like that. But I mean, I already like Abacus and Blood Red Moon, so I figured, you know, it's a darn good chance I'd like that.
I got a question for you.
Well, I got an answer.
Did you ever make it to Walmart?
Did I what?
Ever make it to Walmart?
Like at a particular time or?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. Yes, I did.
Did you?
I remember, yeah, I did. I made it there. Yeah, why?
'Cause so did I.
Is there a trick to this question? Oh. Well, you got the one and I got the other. I forgot I was going to bring some of that. I got the one that says Burley on the outside of it. Mm-hmm.
I went to Walmart yesterday and I bought a 6-pack of Prince Albert. Oh, Pops, big spender. Now, I like this stuff. And Walmart had it for $3.70.
79
cents a box, a pack. And I bought a 6-pack of it.
Yeah, I think it's a soft pouches.
Yeah, it's a soft pouch.
Yeah.
But I bought 6 of them, so.
Oh, you play hell finding pipe tobacco in drugstores or Walmarts around
Around here, but Walmart's had them, so we'll split them up too.
Alright, now here's the bootlegger. So you'll have to do a side-by-side on this and do a video on that. This more bootlegged.
Yeah.
More abacus. Big glare. Nice profile. Anonymous. Abacus. Bootlegger. Profile. I usually pick up 310s of something, you know, at a time.
Well, by golly, that's quite a haul.
When I was in college, my area of study, one of the things that we did was we were exposed to how to assimilate information. They taught us how to take a multiple choice test and pass it simply by elimination of the you got a stem and you got items, and just by eliminating the ones that you know for sure, and then down from that, well, you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pass a multiple choice test on something you don't know anything about. You know how they typically structure multiple choice tests. Also, one of the things that I feel like I'm pretty good at is reading reviews and having a good grasp of what it's going to taste like. A lot of people say you just don't know. We know palates are different. All that stuff. Yeah, I agree. But if you read enough of them to where it all kind of filters and falls and forms like a median, then you can scoot these away. There's buzzwords people will say in a review. I'll just toss that review out. There's things that they'll say that'll clue me in, you know, and then I'll look to see how, if they make, like, say they'll say it was real high in nicotine, but you'll look and it'll be mild to medium is the overall rating. Mm-hmm. That lets you know right there. But you just take them all and you filter them together, and you can pretty well tell, you know, if you're going to like a tobacco or not. Yeah. Now, the finer nuances, you know, come into play once you stuff it in a pipe. But I mean, it's pretty good. I hadn't never wasted a lot of money doing that, you know.
Well, you got a bunch of them here that read like you're gonna like them, but you got a bunch of them here that I've tried before that I know that I like.
Mm. Well, that's it for pipes and cigars.
Got a bunch of them here that I know that I can't wait to try too.
This one, we're going to need the knife for this one because the Ups guys weren't curious about this one. Let me cut my hand off. Now, who did you say sent this?
Something that starts with an L.
I don't know who the pack look here by Dan. Well, we know it's got to be right.
Had to be done right then.
Well, it can only be. B&B or. Whoa, Daddy. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about.
Aren't they?
Huh?
Those are your mixers, aren't they?
Is what?
Your mixers? Your mixers.
Mixers. I have lousy hearing. Kensington and Quiet Nights.
Uh-oh.
This is a little tamer than this from what I hear. So I was interested in trying that out. It is a Balkan style blend with restraint. Everybody makes a mention of that when they do a review. So I'll make sure when I do my review, I'll use the word restraint.
Quiet Night with a straight jacket.
Yeah. Well, that must have been the only two things I got.
Light a keel with handcuffs.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. Wow. Got any pipes lying around?
A catalog bookmark. Yeah, you mean old pipes?
Yeah, they're probably estate pipes or something, refurbishing them.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any I want to get rid of, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was talking to Jim about Corvette Jim about refurbishing some old pipes. I got Jim, I got that big boy, that Atlas, in a salt bath right now. I'm trying to pull her back into smoking condition. I've had it in a salt bath since, I say a bath, you know what I'm talking about, a soak. A draw, a salt draw. Had it in a draw since about 9 o'clock this morning. And already the salt's the same color as the stain on the outside of it.
I was looking at those Ghiblies. You know, they got a really unique look to them.
Yeah, it's a pretty pipe.
But they won't stay looking that way.
Yeah, I know.
I ran across them while I was looking at the Savinelli seconds. And you know how they turn when...
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that one did.
That pipe's turned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I finished this one and it's gotten darker some. Not much, but some. Well, we can't smoke all this stuff tonight now. It'll take a while.
Well, I know this Black Kathy sure is larping.
We'll get a gay eye to help us.
I don't know if he'd like to help us with the tobacco, but he sure does like that whiskey.
Product placement. In the back of the bottle. Hiney hole. People dog this, you know. I got a guy at work just wears me out for drinking this. But it's so crisp and clean and it's a good palate washer. You know? sleepy.
Well, he's had 2 strokes, and it don't take much. He gets a half a bowl of dog food in him, and he's out.
You had never told the good folk about his strokes, have you?
No. There's been so much go on. I try not to complain too much.
Well, he's a terror, I tell you.
He is a terror. I'd turn him loose out of this room, but he likes to fight too much.
He's got 4 pit bulls. My dog is the meanest one of them all. I got a 5-pound Chihuahua.
If she weighs 5 pounds, if she weighs that,
She's a itty bitty thing, but she stands about that tall at the shoulder.
from the
From
stool.
here, from the stool. She's a deer head. Everyone looks at her. She looks like a cross between a Chihuahua and an Italian Greyhound.
Yep.
She thinks she's a cat.
She thinks she's a queen.
You had a joke, didn't you? You told me about a joke you wanted to tell me.
No. Yeah, I had a joke. Little girl sitting outside of a clothing store waiting on her mama. Mama's inside trying on clothes. Little girl's getting impatient waiting on her mother. She's sitting there tossing a rock up against the wall. She's got an old frowny look on her face. This woman comes walking up to her. And she says, "Why you got such a sour look on your face?" She said, "I'm tired of waiting." The woman told her, she said, "My parents always told me that if I kept a look like that on my face, it would freeze that way." Little girl, without even breaking the mood, looked up at her and said, "Well, you can't say they didn't warn you."
Oh, yeah. Woo. Stepped in that one. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to smoke till the battery runs out.
Folks, I'm old Pops.
And I'm the Briardude.
About all we got, except for all this tobacco. Piping in 3D.
Yeah.